G'day you wonderful people, welcome to Adventure Together. My name's Al, Trail Name Lookout, and today is the first day of my CDT journey. Yes, that's right, finally onto the Continental Divide Trail. This is trail 3 in 3 years, so I'm just about to get the CDTC shuttle to the border. It's going to take just over 3 hours, 3.5 hours to take us from Lordsburg, New Mexico to the border, the Crazy Cook Monument. Let's get on it. I've got a CDT hang tag, and that can go with these other 2 that I brought along from the AT and PCT, so we're going to have a third. That's with some stickers and a bandana and some very cute mini chapsticks. I'm all good for chapsticks.
Whatever, nobody wants to service them. Yeah. Do the sprinters get like better fuel mileage, or why the water stashes? So you might have to, you know, fill those up.
So we've made our first stop, which is the Hachita Food Market at 7:20 in the morning, and they're already open. Just go and use the bathroom. I don't need to eat anything. Tell you what, I've had no appetite since I've landed from the UK to here. I've barely eaten anything. I've been like a baby bird, so I don't need any breakfast. I've had 2 cups of coffee. That's going to do me, I think. See what they've got on offer at the Hachita market. A few North sides in case you need them. Back in the truck, back on the road.
Yeah.
You don't really, like, you know, if you do ever plan on...
I think I want to take diving lessons when I'm there. I don't know. Yeah, you kind of need to know where you're going. That way you don't end up bushwhacking and whatnot.
We've stopped at cache number 1. There's a water cache that the CDTC maintain. There's 4 of them, and they are on like a blue blaze that I guess will take on this road, and so they're easy maintenance. They're stuck close to this road. The main line runs closer to those hills over there. That's the main red line, but I guess, like, because everyone wants access to water in this very dry area, this is where most people hike, along this blue line, so that they can get this water from this cache.
This might be a few dark blue mills if you do need it from the red line. Or the
Back in the truck, making the final leg to the southern terminus.
Yeah, you were asking if there's like a stereotype.
We just made another stop to a little engraving in a rock that's telling us how Crazy Cook got its name.
I'm gonna read this thing real quick, and then I'll tell you what the locals told me. And I have no idea how true any of this stuff is. All right. So basically, Frank Evans, born June 12, 1865, killed here May 1st, 1907 by Crazy Cook murder in cold blood with an axe, marked by death, and then the rest of the story is all broke off, so you can't read it. So basically, what the locals told me, there's several different versions of the story, but there used to be a cowboy camp out here in the old days, in the early 1900s, and you would always have one cook that cooked for everybody for the entire camp. So the story I heard the most was that Frank Evans decided to start talking trash about the cook's food, and so the cook got pissed off, hit him in the head with an axe, and then took off to Mexico. Other versions I heard was that the cook actually got caught like 2 states over. Another version was that this thing was actually over there, and when they started killing off the fields, they found it and they moved it closer to the road, and somebody brought it to our side of the fence. So I've heard a whole bunch of different stories. So I'm just gonna tell y'all, and I ain't said this in a few days, but just I know you. The way this translates into today's terms is don't be giving us drivers 1-star Yelp reviews because shit happens.
All that Instagram thing.
Yeah.
Now on the opposite side of this fence is Mexico. The borders are secure. And I have now illegally crossed into Mexico.
Not in there. Nah. It might be in.
So here we are, the southern terminus.
And I do a new route. Yeah, so my wife and I Asheville, North Carolina, and then we just moved
That's pretty
back
cool.
here for a minute.
So here the monument, southernmost point with coordinates, and that says Continental Divide National Scenic Trail, designated November 10th, 1978, with the United States Forest Service badge, National Park Service, and the US Department of the Interior Bureau of Land Management on that side. On this side, I believe that's native. I may be wrong. You got the Great Seal of the State of New Mexico, 1912. This one says Land of Enchantment. When I started last time, it's not sunk in yet, but I've got 6 months for it to do so. I'm just hiking along, and in the center of the frame there you can see there's just one lonely, bright, vibrant green tree, and there's nothing else that vibrant around. It's crazy. I guess the taproot must have reached down to an underground water source or something, because there's nothing else that's got that colour on it. I've been walking now, for about 3 hours, and it's been mostly sort of pretty cruisy, very rocky, sandy, gravel, and for a first day I'm starting to feel it. We have got to the first water cache number uno. Feeling good. So after checking my statistics, been walking for 4 hours, done 14.1 miles. I don't really need that much water, but I am going to camel up for the next stretch because it's about 15 miles to the next water cache. Another look at what we've got here. Lots of water, some sunscreen, some hand sanitizer, and some fuel if you need it. get out. I've been here for an hour and a half, far too long.
Come on.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is just gone 6 p.m. and I said I was going to walk until Water Cache 2 at mile 25.4, but I felt myself walking up that dirt road and hitting a wall, and I looked over as soon as I sort of felt that feeling of sort of like exhaustion, and I found this little wash. It's not a very good practice to camp in a small wash, or a big wash by that matter, but I'm confident that there's not going to be a flash flood. There's no sort of rain forecast. So that is the end of day one. And what did I think of the first 20.6 miles of the CDT? Well, very rocky, sandy in parts. The elevation change is not hard. It's a very good first day, so like a good warm-up. Super windy, and I don't know if that's all the time or it's just particularly today and like last couple of days, but yeah, super windy. Exposed, but it was nice to have the breeze because I didn't sweat much. You got to keep applying that sunblock because the sun is still strong. May not be hot, but the sun is strong. So yeah, it's been a pretty cool day. So one thing before I leave you is that for this walk that is 3,100 miles long, I am trying to raise £3,100 for a fantastic organisation called Widerness Foundation UK. In the description below you will find a link to my Just Giving page, which will help you donate to this wonderful cause. So what this organisation does is they take vulnerable children and adults and they put them in nature, they give them therapy, and they get them involved in projects which are there to help mitigate climate change. So there is a lot of good things going on. You've got mental health therapy, you've got helping children, and you've got tackling climate change. 3 fantastic reasons to donate to this organisation. Please support. I hope that you can give something, but even if you can't, just be aware that this organisation exists and maybe you can support them in the future. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that, I think that's all I have for you for today. So, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.